We are here today for the arbitration of Captain Wembley Stockpile. As its first and only witness, the company would like to call Local 109 President Dan McDade. Mr. McDade, President McDade, my apologies. President McDade. Why are you dressed like Indiana Jones? Because I am a tough bastard. Just like Indy. Whoa, okay. Now President McDade, in a recent pilot arbitration, when asked the question, do you agree that a pilot in command is obligated to be under control of the aircraft at all times, correct? You stated under oath, his responsibility is the aircraft at all times, yes. You were then asked, his responsibility is to ensure the safety of not only the aircraft, but personnel, correct? And you replied everything. I never said that. President McDade is here in this transcript of the arbitration. Your words. Look. Oh. Yes. Then I must have. Do you stand by your previous answers? Absolutely. Certainly. What I said is correct. The pilot in command of an aircraft is responsible for the safety of the aircraft and the personnel? Of course he is. Everyone knows that. President McDade, I understand you are also something of an expert in aviation safety. Yes, I am. I know lots and lots about aviation safety. You can ask me anything about aviation safety and I will know the answer. One day I will be the professional helicopter pilot's head of safety and they will pay me. I will get an even bigger pension from the union then. Very well. President McDade, would you say it was safe for a pilot to give the controls of a helicopter to another pilot who was not qualified in that aircraft? Absolutely not. That would be a very unsafe thing to do. Would you say that it would be a dangerous thing for a pilot to do? Oh yes. That would be very dangerous. Anything could happen if a pilot did that. A pilot would be showing a complete disregard for safety if he did that. President McDade, is there any way a pilot would know not to give the controls to another person who is not qualified to fly that aircraft? Oh yes, it is written in our operations manual. It says quite clearly, it is even the title of the section. No one can touch the controls who is not qualified. Everyone knows that. It is important for safety, and I know all about safety. President McDade, what would you think of a pilot if he gave the controls of a helicopter to a pilot who was not qualified, with passengers on board? I think he would be behaving very dangerously and taking a huge risk with the aircraft and the passengers. What if that same pilot allowed the non-qualified pilot to land the helicopter and in doing so, the unqualified pilot caused a substantial amount of damage to the aircraft? My God, that would be terrible. That is exactly the reason why the company does not allow it. Any pilot who did that should be fired. If I was still in the Marines and one of my pilots did that, I would have him court-martialed and dismissed out of the service. That would be unsafe, dangerous and unprofessional. I wouldn't want him working for me under my command. President McDade. Thank you. No more questions. That concludes the case for the company. You are welcome. I am glad I could help. Safety is very important. I told you I know lots about safety. Can I go to a restaurant now? I get per diem, you know. The union will pay for my food and drink.